Camp Crush Christie writes, my son is currently away at sleepaway camp. He gets to call home once a week and made that call last night. He was so excited because he met a girl he really likes. Ooh. I've never seen him this excited. Ooh. He's only 12 and a half. I froze and did not give him any advice when he asked for it. Should I allow him to continue to follow his feelings, even though I know it will end in heartbreak when they go their separate ways at the end of camp? Or should I be honest with him and tell him they have no future? I'm not sure what to do. What would you do if you were me here? 601-995-1017.
Maybe boys are different. So that is something to consider. I would love to hear other perspectives on this. But for me as a girl, I had both things said to me. My first ever boyfriend, immediately my mom was like, this is going to end in heartbreak. You're never going to be with this guy. And that was like kind of a shot right to the heart. Yeah. I hated that feeling. Like, why are you trying to yuck my yum? But then I met a boy on a cruise. And that was even worse than sleepaway camp. Like, we had 3 days together. Yeah. And, made out all over the cruise ship. And then my mom was like, you should stay in touch with him. Like, she was trying to get me to invite him to my prom and fly him from Wisconsin to Texas. Okay. Like, craziness, crazy pants. And I didn't like that either. So I just really wish my mom would have done what this mom's instinct was in both of those scenarios, which is zip it. Don't say a word.
Yeah, I would agree that you don't. Let me ask you this, Christy. Do you appreciate that your son confided this information in you? Because if you hated it, absolutely tell him your negative opinions. He'll never tell you about a girl ever again in your life. So if you hated that conversation, yeah, go ahead and fill his head with your truth of what it's going to be. But he's never going to talk to you about this stuff again if you tell him what he does not want to hear. You know what he wants to hear, which is just advice, like pick a flower for her or whatever. Like, give him something like that. Don't tell him to knock it off, because he'll never trust you again with information like that. He will never want to talk to you again. Well, whenever your mom told you, this is going to end, right? Did that make you, want to tell her the next time you had a crush?
I was dumb. I told her about every crush. I didn't learn my lesson.
Well, then girls are different than guys. We're doing a DM dilemma this morning, and fake name Christy has a 12-and-a-half-year-old son who's away in sleepaway summer camp, and he has developed a crush on one of his fellow campers. He called his mom to tell her all about this girl, and the mom didn't know what to say because she's like, this is clearly going to end in heartbreak for my son. Can I tell him to knock it off because you're just wasting your time? And I say absolutely not. Like, you will never have another conversation like this with your son again if you destroy his hopes and dreams.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't like the idea of destroying his hopes and dreams, but I also don't like the idea of her being over-involved. But also, I had both those experiences, and I didn't learn my lesson. I kept telling my mom about all my crushes.
Corey and Brandon says, as harsh as it sounds, either way, the kid is going to need his first experience. I'm assuming Corey's talking about, with heartbreak there. Right. So why not get that first one out of the way real quick at 12 and a half?
That is a good point. And also, don't tell him that it's going to end like that, because you have to experience it.
Now, Shelby is a boy and a girl mom. Welcome to the show, Shelby. Your kids are grown, so you've been through this before?
Yes.
How would you recommend Christy handle this?
I would recommend that Christy handle this by helping him navigate these feelings that he's having now for the girl. Not control the feelings, but just help him navigate them. And then, when it's over, because as adults we know it's going to be over, she helped him navigate that too, so that as it happens in the future and as he's preparing, for later in life, he's learning how to handle his emotions and how to navigate those things. But also, I think it's important for her to teach him to respect the other person, but also how to what respect for himself from the other person looks like. So that when he gets of that age where, hey, we're going to do this for life maybe, he has a really good foundation of how to navigate his feelings and how to be in a healthy, respectful relationship.
So you think killing the kid's dreams is not the move here?
No.
No, never kill kids' dreams.
Yeah.
Never kill kids' dreams.
Do you remember?
No,
Do you
never.
remember the first time one of your kids came to you and said, "Mommy, I've got a crush on so and so"? Like, how old were they?
Oh, about 7 or 8 years old, and yeah, we just kind of let it happen, and at that age appropriate, yeah, you like them, that's sweet, that's fun, this, that, and the other, but also, does he treat you nicely? With my daughter, and well, you need to respect her. Girls can do things, but it's nice when a boy does things for them too. Just trying to navigate the whole, this is how you treat somebody and this is how somebody should treat you.
Parenting 101 from Shelby this morning. Thanks so much for calling us.
Anytime.
You have
good
a
to see y'all this morning.
It was great talking to you, and you have a great holiday weekend, Shelby.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye. Talk to you later.
Adam and Allison in the morning.